It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Leighton Vander Esch, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Lions and the Saints, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mariota to throw it. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, week 2, he was electric. Let's see what week 3 has in store. A first scoring update now from Carolina. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Patrick Mahomes, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. The numbers for him from a week ago, A boatload of carries, 127 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
Burrow's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Saints at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Mariota's throw is on target to Likely. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Mariota now from the 50. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mariota. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry. And here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can tackle, as he did there.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
It's a pickup of 3. On 2nd and 7. Burrow.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Burrow. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for us.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Burrow on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete, right around the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Run for Pollard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jameson Williams.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 16, Mariota. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Again, it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. From the red zone now, Mariota over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run left with Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Mariota. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Here's Pollard again. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Pollard. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll run with Pollard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Mariota on first down.
That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Mariota hands to Henry.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mariota.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Draw play. This is Henry. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Maher is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Burrow will throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Gano now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
A first down throw for Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota.
On target to his man, Likely.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll throw again. Mariota.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
To throw is Mariota. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Mariota.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina in the NFC South. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Kenny Pickett has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Laviska Shenault, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground, as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So the drive's going to start with Pollard to about the 35, 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 4 yards.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, Mariota. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Tackled by Samson Ebukam. It's a pickup of 6.
From the 39, Burrow. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow. That's caught left side, and I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
Burrow's pass complete.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They begin with Henry. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses yelling at the offense to take care of the ball.
Now a give here to Pollard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Pollard will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Mariota. This pass complete to Reynolds. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 36, Mariota complete to Likely. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints again ready to go on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 27, Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Leads to second and goal.
On second and goal, Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On first and 10, here's Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Mariota's pass complete to Isaiah Likely. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Mariota on first down. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll throw again. Mariota. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, Mariota. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game, facing challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
The kick by Marr is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
It's third down and 4.
Burrow on third down. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mariota now.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
First down, Mariota. Flush to his right.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota.
On target to his man, Likely.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Mariota from the gun on third down. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pollard again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
To throw on second and 6. Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Here's Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. To throw is Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short. And it'll be third down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mariota now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
To throw, Mariota.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Mariota.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 16, 46 seconds to go. It's a tall order, but they do begin with decent.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Saints, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.